Hey guys, welcome back to Martinino's review, and this time we are diving into the newest Wonder Woman from McFarlane Toys. Though this figure has been out for a few months, I am finally able to do the review. I was really excited to get my hands on this figure that features the most iconic appearance of the Princess of Themyscira, and she is finally here. Taking a look at the packaging, the window box is great and allows us to see the figure along with the accessories. I really dig the chromatic inserts of the box, although I would have preferred to have her name displayed prominently instead of the McFarlane Collector Edition label. Besides of the front, there isn't anything that interesting on the sides, but the back is another story with a beautiful Wonder Woman art cover with a glossy finish. Very well done. So yeah, let's crack this open up and let's see what is inside. Please, a kindly reminder, leave a like if you enjoy this kind of content and subscribe to my channel if you really like what I'm doing here. More will be coming. And here is how the figure looks out of the box with all of its accessories, and the figure is gorgeous. I am really loving her. The face paint is really nice, it's very attractive and feminine. The blue highlights for the hair are fantastic. The suit looks amazing and there isn't any relevant paint issue. The sculpt is great with a stunning shape, although there is a couple of complaints that I'm going to discuss while I talk about the articulation. So let's start with that. There isn't a lot of movement on the neck. She can look down very well, but due to the hairpiece she cannot look up. Even though the hair is a soft plastic, the arms movement are okay, they do what they should, 360 rotation. The butterfly articulation is quite nice on the top of the chest, although there is these rings that try to cover the gap between the arms and the torso. I am not a fan of it, they uglify the figure. There is a bicep rotation, and while they try to maintain a good sculpture, it translates into a rough cut. As well as the elbow articulation, it feels like I am not supposed to articulate her because the sculpture will break. At least she has double jointed articulation but with pins. There's no articulation at the diaphragm, but there is movement at the waist. She can fully rotate, can go backwards very well, but depending on how we move her, it can cause that the panty deform because it's a soft plastic. She can move the waist side to side. Unfortunately, she can't go down at this point. With the legs, she can do the splits. There's no rotation at the thighs nor at the boots. She can kick the high. Very nice, but be careful to not try to deform here. The panty, the soft plastic could be damaged if you maintain that position with a lot of time, depending on your weather, of course. But yeah, there is double jointed articulation at the knee, but once again with a really unpleasant cuts. And they should try to smooth those areas. And there is ankle articulation, although to use the swivel on the feet we need to grab the hinge, and she has toe articulation. For my final complaint with the figure itself is the design of the boot sole looks like a sports sneakers. I think this is the way for McFarlane to release figures in regard to the quantity of accessories. Finally, I can change hands by having more combinations to apply when I'm displaying the figure. She came with 2 fists, 2 grabbing hands, and 2 stretch out hands. I really appreciate this. She is also packed with an axe, a sword, and a shield, all with great detail on the sculpture, but a little to no paint detail. The sword has a gold drip paint, but that doesn't bother me at all. The design of the shield, I get it, it represents the double W of Diana Prince super heroic name, but I don't love it. She also has a lasso of truth, which I'm really happy that is thread and not a piece of hard plastic like the Wonder Woman 84. There is also the round base with a peg, classic of McFarlane, a card as well that I would have preferred that instead of the McFarlane label says Wonder Woman. But why packet these things this way? To put it out, we need to be very careful to try to not damage the background card box that has a nice art on it. It could have been better to have them packed in a plastic bag and stick them with a tape. Elephant in the room is this plastic monstrosity of a card holder. I don't like it at all. It's a waste of space and plastic that could have been used to have another head sculpt, maybe screaming, something like that, I don't know, and something more interesting. And this is how the comic book Wonder Woman looks next to the Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. The appearance is kinda there, I don't know. The worst part of this figure is that it came from that movie 1984, and the legs, well, are just a disaster of the sculpture. So yeah, they look great together. This is more taller than this, and perhaps I will put the sword with her to represent more like the Zack Snyder Justice League. But yeah, let's continue. And this is how the DC Trinity from McFarlane Toys looks together, and I'm very happy with this. Finally have the Wonder Woman with a classic look, and yeah, unfortunately the Superman is a little shorter than Wonder Woman, but yeah, I don't mind because I put it on a flying pose. So yeah, that's not that kind of a terrible issue. But yeah, very happy with these three being together. And let's continue. And here we have our next to Dark Side from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is the mega figure, is the armored version of this character, and well, they look great together. And here we have it next to the DC Multiverse Mattel, remembering that, well, Mattel made the figures before McFarlane acquired the licensing for DC characters. And yeah, this is 6 inches and this is 7 inches. And this figure is kind of okay. I like the details, but yeah, it's kind of an evolution to have this Wonder Woman will be a wonder. Yeah. And why not put her next to Superman and Batman Black Suit from the Makefix Hush line? And well, they look okay. Of course, the size is very noticeable, especially on the size of the head, as we can see. And of course, it's a complete different scale. But I do hope that Mayfix release a Wonder Woman. There is a Rebel Tech Wonder Woman, and perhaps I will hunt that figure. But yeah, and while I waiting for that, well, this is what we got. And that's it. I'm very happy with what I got, with few things that I don't like, but I think that McFarlane is doing a great job with this kind of release. Just polish the articulation and sculpture and get rid of that thing. But hey, at least I finally have my DC Trinity in their comic book appearance. I do hope to complete the Justice League to mirror-ish my Zack Snyder's JL. At the gold labels Flash and the Martian Manhunter, there's a Green Lantern and Aquaman with a new digital label, and the recently announced Dark Side. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel please, and remember, we are gonna see us in the next collection. See ya.